ロゼッタ。戦闘彼女。恋もお風呂も熱々で。
Hi everyone, this is audap. Let's continue our game of Hot Sento Girls and Love running on Nintendo Switch. Although, obviously, Sento Girls are in quotes. So if you watch the first chapter or played for yourself, then it's not all girls. Anyway.
ロードしますね。続きからですね。
The next day. Finally, the day of reopening came.
本当にこの格好で営業するんだよね。当然だ。何のために昨日一日練習したと思ってる？
女装の練習なんて意味わかんないよ。
No matter how I spent the day yesterday dressed as a girl, it was just the two of us. Moreover, before I knew it, she even prepared uniforms. Soon the part-time girl will come, and also customers will come. Could I get away without being found out by anybody?
というか、そろそろ来るんじゃない？アルバイトの子。そうだな。身内以外でお前の女装を見る初めての人間だ。そういう言い方やめてよ。
My chest was filled with worry. Just standing like this, I could see that my heartbeat was getting faster.
噂をすればだな。来たみたいだぞ。ちょっと待って。まだ心の準備が。くれぐれも女子らしい振る舞いを心がけろよ。朝日ちゃん。やっぱり一言。
Frantic, I watched the entrance door slowly open in front of me.
おはようございます。アルバイトでお世話になっている桐江千佳です。
Without a doubt, it was the girl who was taking a bath the other day.
こんにちは。ばあちゃんから聞いてるよ。チコちゃんだよね。私は桐崎純。今日からよろしく。ほら、朝日も挨拶しろ。うん。じゃなくて、私、桐崎朝日です。よろしくお願いします。
純さんに朝日さんですね。よろしくお願いします。
Miss Kide looked easygoing and smiled during our introductions. I struggled not to speak like a boy, but I managed to avoid it.
チカちゃんはばあちゃんから何か聞いてる？
はい。お孫さんが2人で手伝ってくれるって。1人は私と同い年だから仲良くしてねって言ってました。
そうか。ばあちゃんがそんなことを。はい。
でも、2人が女性でよかったです。男性の方だったらどうしようかなってドキドキしてましたから。
I guess Grandma didn't say anything about my gender. That was really lucky.
私が口止めしておいたからな。
It was because of June. Seeming not to notice how nervous I was, Miss Kide continued talking with a smile on her face.
同い年なのは朝日さんですよね。どうか仲良くしてくださいね。
はい。こちらこ
そ。I'm safe for now because she seems to think I'm a girl, but if she finds I'm a boy, I'll be done for. In a sense, my sister's judgment was correct.
チカちゃんは仕事内容は一通りのことは分かってるんだよね。
はい。結構長くアルバイトをさせてもらっていますので。
よかった。私たちには分からないことも多いと思うから、いろいろ教えてね。私も至らないところも多いと思いますが、何卒。
I was so panicked that I was using strange words. I mean, how do girls talk normally?
そんなに緊張しないでください。 同じ年の女の子同士一緒に頑張りましょう。
はい。
That comment really stuck with me. However, Miss Kide didn't seem to notice my true identity. If it got caught, my life would be over on various levels, so I was a little relieved. Was it because of Miss Kide's bubbly personality? Or was it proof that my cross-dressing was working well? As long as the customers would come in from now on, I would never be able to relax.
姉ちゃんが言う通り、完璧に女装できてるといいけど。いやいや、それを望むのもどうかと思うけど。
I felt a little sad.
おい、さっきから何一人で表情コロコロ変えてるんだ？
もしかして何かわからないこととか不安なこととかありますか？なんでもないです。心の中の出来事です。
If I think too much about it, it'll make them notice, so I need to forget about the cross-dressing for the time being. It'll be okay, as long as I watch my words and actions.
と、そういえば、チカちゃんにも制服を用意したんだった。
制服ができたんですか？
ああ、せっかく女の子二人が接客するんだから、可愛い方がいいと思ってね。
She intentionally emphasized two girls just now.
これなんだけど、どうかな？
かわいい。ありがとうございます。早速着てみます。
Miss Kide went into the dressing room with the uniform Jun had handed her.
お前にしてはなかなかな滑り出しじゃないか。笑い事じゃないよ。
This is exactly what it means to walk on thin ice. If I make a mistake, it's over.
まあ、とにかくその調子で頑張れ。お前なら大丈夫だろう。根拠のない持ち上げ方はやめて。
While we were talking, the girl came back from the dressing room with light footsteps.
どうでしょうか？
おー、いいね。ばあちゃんに聞いていた通りのサイズ、ぴったり似合ってる。
ありがとうございます。こんなに可愛い制服まで用意してもらえるなんて。いつもは T シャツ姿でアルバイトしてましたから。
I know. I'm sorry. However, it looks like Miss Kide likes her uniform very much. She is a pretty girl from any angle and any way we look at her. I thought this was also something that Jun had thought up to reduce the possibility or probability of me getting caught.
やっぱり女の子が2人いるとお揃いの制服が必要だよな。2人いると。
She was just having fun.
でもこんな制服を着るとお客さんが来るのが楽しみになっちゃいますね。常連さんたちにも早く見てほしいななんて。そうですね。
I don't want to meet too many people if possible, but there would be another problem for a business.
待てよ。
どうしました？
どうした？私よりも仕事に慣れているキリエさんに番台を担当してもらうのがいいんじゃ。
If I stick to the back, there should be less risk from my cross-dressing.
水質検査なんかもありますし、番台はやっぱり交代制の方がいいかなと。何よりこの制服、朝日さんもすごく似合ってますから、きっとお客さんにも喜んでもらえると思いますよ。そうかな。
She gave me kind encouragement. That might have been too kind, but after it all seemed I couldn't escape from the attendant's booth.
どうしても手が開かない時間があるんだから仕方ないだろう。お前も頑張れ。
頑張ります。
I just can't escape from the cross-dressing. I wanted to hide in the storage room where no one could find out.
と、話はここまでだ。そろそろ開店準備をするぞ。
はい。まずはお湯張りと水質チェックから。
私は脱衣所周りと品出し確認。
After saying what we would do out loud, we prepared in a hurry. We managed to finish in time somehow.
それじゃあ朝日さん、番台へどうぞ。
私がですか？
はい、最初のお客さんを迎えてあげてください。
As prompted, I sat at the attendant's booth, and Miss Kitty stood next to me. The feeling of wanting to escape and the feeling of not being able to escape anymore ran through me. As I was staring at the entrance door with my heart racing, the first customer came immediately.
いらっしゃいませ。姫の湯へようこそ。
After the Sento was closed,
疲れた。
because it was the first day, I wasn't used to the work and it felt hectic the whole day. Due to my fear of being found out, it might be the most stressful day I've ever had.
お疲れ様でした。でもお二人ともすごく慣れていて助かりました。
実は昔少し手伝ったことがあって。あれ、姉ちゃんは？
お仕事があると言って今の方へ戻りました。
最後の掃除から逃げたな。
She could actually have some other work to do, but considering it's June,
この後は浴室の掃除ですよね。一緒にやりましょう。
はい、助かります。
with that, we picked up the hoses and started cleaning the bathroom, but I can't help but remember that day. Anyway, trying to keep my mind away from it, I had to finish cleaning quickly.
あ、そういえば。はい。この後朝日さんもお風呂に入っていきますか？
She invited me so nonchalantly.
どういうことですか？
あ、いきなりごめんなさい。実は私、いつもアルバイトの後にお風呂を使わせてもらってるんです。ちょっと恥ずかしいお話ですけど、今うちのお風呂壊れちゃってて。
そうなんだ。
Even though I had wondered if there was such a reason, I just answered without intonation. I might be overly conscious of it, so I have to somehow avoid the topic of bathing.
交渉といえば、姫の湯も老朽化が進んでますよね。
そうですね。皆さんに気持ちいいお風呂に入ってもらうためにも大切に使っていかないと。
大切にといえば、キリエさんって何でも大切にしそうな方ですよね。
そうなんです。貧乏症っていうのもありますけど、ここの洗面器一つにも愛着があります。
愛着といえば、何かいつも身につけているものとかあるんですか？
身につけているわけじゃないですけど、お風呂が好きだからマイタオルを持っていて。
どうやってもお風呂の話題から離れられない。
But on the other hand, maybe that's how much Kitty likes taking baths. In a sense, I'm grateful that such a girl works at Himeno.
キリエさん、本当にお風呂好きなんですね。
はい。お風呂も姫の湯も大好きです。だから姫の湯が営業しなかったら私も困っちゃいます。ですから、もしよかったら今日は一緒にお風呂に入りませんか？すごく気持ちいいんですよ。
私は大丈夫。
ああ、そうですか。ごめんなさい。私、変にテンションが上がっちゃって。
違うの。変な意味じゃないから。
I tried to make an excuse so as not to make her feel bad after she took the trouble to invite me. It's been a few days since we reopened. When we opened up the Sento this morning too, a few customers came in right away.
いらっしゃいませ。
When I called out from the attendance booth, the regulars smiled at me. Hello, Asahi. I'm taking it easy here again today.
ぜひぜひのんびりしていってください。
Sorry, can I rent a towel?
わかりました。こちらになります。お代金。
For the first 2 days after reopening the bathhouse, I was working extra hard because I wasn't used to the work yet. Thanks to Miss Kire's support, I was somehow able to get by. But now I feel like I've gotten the hang of it by myself to some extent. Working in the Sento was a lot harder than I expected, but talking to customers was fun. Well, I did feel a little guilty because I thought I'm a girl. At first, cross-dressing was so embarrassing that I felt I was gonna die, but I got used to it little by little.
でも男としてそれでいいのかな。スカートにも慣れてきちゃったし。
朝日さん、そろそろお得意の方を巡回してもらえますか？
はい。答えお願いします。
It was decided in advance that Miss Kire would be in charge of the women's bath and I would take care of the men's bath. When I got down from the booth, Miss Kire went up in my place.
いってらっしゃい。
行ってきます。
My heart skipped a beat when she smiled at me as I walked away. Miss Kitty is a legitimately beautiful girl, and her face is very cute when she laughs. I headed for the men's bath, my chest hurting because I was deceiving her. Many women visit Himeniu, but of course male customers also come. Everyone was relaxing in their own ways, like chatting with the people near them or humming.
失礼します。水質検査のお時間です。
Okie dokie. Thanks for your hard work.
これがお仕事ですから。
I inspected the water quality at the corner of the bath so that it didn't get in the way of the customers. Sanitary management is very important for a Sento. After checking the water temperature and the remaining supplies, and cleaning the drainage ditch lightly, I then returned to the dressing room. With a rag in one hand, I wiped the shelves and wash basins, and to finish, I mopped the floor. This seemed to be as much cleaning as can be done during business hours.
ちょっと休憩。
Fortunately, there was no one in the dressing room. I had a big stretch and took a deep breath. I'm a little relieved that there are a decent number of customers today. Because the bathhouse has been closed for a while, there weren't many customers at the beginning. The people who use public baths are mainly elderly people. Because of that, even if it's announced online, it's difficult to get the word out to the primary customers. I was worried about how to announce the reopening of the Sento. Thanks to word of mouth, a number of customers returned little by little once some people noticed that we had reopened. I'm happy when a lot of customers come.
よし、休憩終わり。もう一頑張りしなきゃね。
I quickly put the cleaning equipment away and returned to the attendant's booth where Miss Kiri was waiting. After closing, Miss Kiri and I decided to take a break in the living room.
今日も疲れましたね。
ですね。まだもう一頑張りしなきゃいけないですし。
From now on, the big work of cleaning the entire place is waiting. After that, today's work will finally be over. I've been working all day, so my body is exhausted, and I just want to lie down where I am.
ちょっとお腹空いちゃったな。掃除の前に夕飯を食べてもいいですか？
もちろんいいですよ。
やった！実はさっきからお腹ペコペコで。
Miss Kiri shyly opened her bag and took out a rice ball covered in plastic wrap.
あれ？そのおにぎり茶色いですね。
チャーハンを握ったんです。レタスをたくさん入れて健康にも気を使ってみました。ちなみに豆知識ですが、チャーハンは油を使って炒めるので血糖値が上がりにくいんです。
へえ、初耳です。キリエさんって物知りなんですね。
私も一応女子ですから。
Miss Kiri had a bite the rice bowl and grinned happily. While watching her, I suddenly became hungry myself.
よかったら朝日さんも食べますか？
え、いいんですか？
When I leaned forward unintentionally, Miss Kitty laughed mischievously.
今日は作りすぎちゃったので 食べきれないかもって思ってたんです。はい、どうぞ。
ありがとうございます。
I took the rice ball and removed the plastic wrap cheerfully.
朝日さん、お腹を空かせたワンちゃんみたいな顔してます。
そんなことないですよ。
While denying it through words, my stomach confirmed it by rumbling. When I bit into the rice ball, a unique flavor spread in my mouth. The lettuce accentuated the texture, and it was so good that I felt I could eat it forever.
こんなに美味しいチャーハン初めて食べましたよ。
大げさじゃないですか。これくらいのチャーハンならどこでも。
そんなことないですよ。キリエさんがチャーハン屋さんを始めたら毎日でも通います。
本当にそんなに褒めてくれる人初めてです。
Miss Kitty gave me another rice ball, with her cheeks turning red.
まだまだいっぱいありますから、好きなだけ食べてください。
やったー、ありがとうございます。
Thanking her for her kind offer, I stuffed myself with rice balls greedily.
この絶妙な味、美味しい。私には絶対作れない味だ。幸せ。
Looking at me happily, she was eating a rice ball slowly next to me.
朝日さんってチャーハン好きなんですか？
結構好きです。
じゃあどんな味付けが好きですか？
カレー味とかもいいですよね。
なるほど、了解です。
She was happily taking notes on her smartphone. Maybe this means that she will make it for me someday? No, what can I expect from a girl I just met? When I looked at the clock, I noticed a lot of time had passed.
そろそろ掃除しなくちゃね。
ああ、そうですね。番台がちょっと汚れてたので、先にそっちを掃除してきますね。
上り下りが女の子にはちょっと大変だし、私がやりましょうか？
朝日さんだって女の子じゃないですか。
そうだね。
I was about to speak in a high-pitched voice.
なんて綺麗な瞳。女の子だって偽ってる罪悪感が。
それに私にとって番台は特別というか、お客さんとお話できる大切な場所みたいな。
ああ、わかります。お客さんのほっこりした顔を見るとこちらも嬉しくなりますよね。
そうなんです。あと番台に座ってる時って少しゆっくりできるんですよね。で、その間朝日さんは巡回したり品物の補充をしたり大変ですよね。いつもすみません。
お互い様ですし、キリエさんはいつも頑張ってますから、番台にいる時くらいはのんびりしてくださいね。
ありがとうございます。朝日さんもゆっくりしてくださいね。
For me, it was easier to go to the storage room where nobody was than to behave as a girl. You know, I couldn't say that. I had no choice but to just give it a friendly laugh. After our break, we started cleaning. I'm having Kitty do the women's bath, and I'm in charge of the men's bath. Bathroom, toilet, dressing room, brushing, wiping, and we had a lot to do. But because the bathhouse is supposed to be a place to remove dirt, it needs to be especially clean.
よし、こんなもんかな。
Looking at the now shiny men's bath, I breathe a sigh of relief. The customers will be able to bathe comfortably here again tomorrow. I can't wait to open up again tomorrow morning.
キリエさんの方はどうかな。
I'll go check what she's doing.
失礼します。
I still feel nervous going into the women's bath. Miss Kitty was scrubbing the wash basins. When she noticed I was coming in, she looked up.
朝日さん、どうかしましたか？
男湯の方が終わったので手伝いに来ました。
あ、助かります。じゃあロッカーを拭いてもらってもいいですか？
了解です。
ありがとうございます。
Miss Kitty turned back to face the wash basins and began to carefully remove the dirt. Because women dry their hair and do their makeup after getting out of the bath, the women's bath had more dust and debris than the men's dressing room. Oh, I never thought about that. Thinking that women have it tough, I first opened and then wiped the lockers in order from right to left. Some people often forget to do things such as hair ties, so I had to look out for them when checking the lockers.
こっちも空っぽ。今日は忘れ物なさそうだね。
It was a monotonous task, but when I thought of the smiles on the customers' faces, it became fun. Coming along while cleaning, I wiped every corner of the lockers. These lockers are old, but they don't seem dirty, so I guess Grandma cleaned it every day. Imagining Grandma working like that, I felt more and more enthusiastic about the work. I'm even getting used to dressing up as a woman. There's no need to worry about me, Grandma. At first I didn't know what it would be like, but now it seemed like I would be able to get by if things stayed like this.
今日も一日平和に終わってよかった。あれ？
The moment I opened the last locker, I found a small piece of cloth curled up in the back corner. When I took it out and opened it up, it looked like a triangle bandage. Miss Kitty was surprised by the loud noise I made, so her whole body flinched. She hurriedly rushed toward me and looked into my hand. Yes, what I have now is... Yes, underwear. It was a transparent fabric with abundant frills. There was very little cloth, and it was designed such, and the design was such that if someone wore it, their butt would be completely exposed. Moreover, being in the locker might mean that it had been used. She had a calm expression on her face, but I couldn't stop sweating, especially imagining it on our elderly customers. The customer who came to Himinoyu were mostly elderly people, but younger women sometimes came. If one of them was wearing this...
こんな刺激的な下着を見たの初めてだったから。
そうなんですか？若くてもこれくらいのを履いてる子はいますよ。
まさかキリエさんも？
私も違いますよ。もっと一般的な普通のやつですから。
ですよね。変なこと聞いてすみません。
いえいえ。朝日さんって奥ゆかしいところがありますよね。
私が奥ゆかしい？
反応が新鮮っていうか可愛いです。
She laughed quietly and returned to the basin again.
女の子に可愛いって言われちゃった。
With mixed feelings, I decided to start cleaning again. That is something nobody will ever call me. Well, it hasn't happened yet, I suppose. Maybe someday when I run into a nice bland lady. The next day. Before opening the Sento, I finished checking the equipment, including the gas water heaters. The equipment here seemed to have not been changed for decades, and it was old and worn out. It's okay for now, but I think it could break at any time. I opened the Sento and sat down at the attendance booth, praying that there wouldn't be any problems today.
いらっしゃいませ。
Hello, Asani-chan. I brought my friend today.
嬉しいです。ゆっくりしていってくださいね。
Bathing at Himinoyu has skin beautifying effects, right? If I can become beautiful like you, a young lady, I'll come again.
綺麗だなんて。
In a situation like this, I don't know what to say in return. With a forced smile, I received the admission fee and sent off the customers. Well, I guess we have a new customer. In my memory, Himinoyu always had a stream of customers coming in without any breaks. It's not as busy now as it used to be. It feels a little lonely. Well, it's true that people don't have time to go out to a Sento. In the past, many houses didn't have a bath, but it's rare not to have one now. Himanoyu doesn't have a sauna, and people can't eat or read manga or anything like that. There are only men's and women's baths. It's a really old-fashioned place. Still, some people come here every day. I have to thank the customers who come in all the way here. Alright, I'll do my best today as well. While I was welcoming customers with a smile, time flew by. Miss Kitty approached me at when there were only a few customers.
朝日さん、そろそろ交代しますね。水質検査お願いします。
じゃあ男湯に行ってきますね。
朝日さんって男らしいところもありますよね。
男らしいって？
Suddenly shocked, I grabbed the hem of my skirt tightly. Did I walk strangely, or did I say something without noticing? When I was in a panic, she tried to play it down by waving her hand.
ごめんなさい。男っぽいっていう意味じゃなくて、むしろ朝日さんは可愛いと思います。
It was a little painful when she emphasized that.
いつも男湯に堂々と入っていくから、すごいなって思ってたんです。
すごいかな？
やっぱり男湯に入るのって勇気がいるので、水質検査だけはずっと苦手だったんですよ。これまでは人のいない時間を狙ったりとかして、なんとかやってきてたんですけど。
ああ、そういう意味なんですね。でしたら今後も男湯のことは私に任せてください。
いいんですか？
誰にでも苦手なものはありますし、従業員も2人だけですから助け合っていきましょう。
朝日さん、可愛いのに中身はイケメンですね。
イケメンなんて言われたの人生で初めてだな。嬉しいな。
Feeling embarrassed, I got out from the attendance booth and passed the baton to Kide. Cool. Well, am I a cool guy? When Miss Kitty told me that, I felt like I would be able to do anything.
今日は女湯の検査も行ってみます？
それは私営業中はちょっと。
同性の方が苦手とかですか？
そうなんですよ。
慣れたら平気ですよね。
慣れたらって？
閉店後とかに朝日さんと一緒にお風呂入れたらいいなって思ってて。
She was looking at me with a hopeful look on her face, with innocent eyes that didn't suspect for a moment that I was really a boy.
ごめんなさい。それはちょっといろいろあるというか。
そうですか。気が向いたらぜひお願いします。
Maybe that day won't come for the rest of my life, because I'm a boy. After closing up shop, Miss Kitty and I decided to take a break in the living room. It was a break before our nightly cleaning, so I stretched out as much as I could.
今日もいっぱい働いたな。
お腹空いちゃいましたね。
Miss Kitty took out some rice balls again from her bag. It seemed that she had combined fried rice with various ingredients inside today as well.
それって五目チャーハンですか？
正解です。チャーハンってどんな食材とも合うのでアレンジが楽しいんですよね。
True story.
食べるだけじゃなくて作るのも好きなんですね。
お料理って奥が深いですよね。切り方一つで味の染み込みが全然違うし。
わかります。野菜の鮮度によって工夫しがいもありますよね。
朝日さんもお料理得意なんですか？
まあまあですかね。姉ちゃんが家事全般ダメだから自然と覚えたっていうか。
ジュンさん、何でもできそうなのにちょっと意外です。
家事以外は完璧なんですけどね。 勉強しないのにいつもテストは満点でしたし。
へえ、羨ましいです。いいなぁ。
My sister seemed to have been busy with her main business recently, so she had been staying in her room a lot. She sometimes showed up at Himanayu, but after she looked around the place, she returned quickly. I knew so much was going on her, so I would have to manage here somehow. Oh boy, that sounds really weird. Excuse me? I heard a voice from the front door and looked up.
どれでしょう？見てきますね。
私も行きます。
Miss Kitty hurriedly wolfed down the rice ball and stood up. Her cheeks swelled and she looked cute, like a hamster.
どうしたんですか？
なんでもないですよ。
I just laughed it off and headed to the entrance. A man I didn't know was standing in the lobby near the entrance. When he saw us, he raised his hand lightly and grinned at us. Oh, good evening.
こんばんは。おじさんだったんですね。
キリエさん、お知り合いなんですか？
この商店街をまとめてる方なんですよ。おばあちゃんとも長い付き合いらしいですよ。
へえ、そうだったんですね。じゃあ、商店街絡みで何か？
Oh, you have a good sense of intuition. I want Himenio to put this poster up. The man gave us a big rolled-up poster. When I took it and opened it up, the first thing that caught my eye was an illustration of fireworks. In addition, parents and children wearing yukatas, cotton kimonos for summer, and lively food stalls were depicted.
これって夏祭りの案内ですか？
That's right. It's a very important event in the shopping district. We have to work together to succeed. Looking at the illustrated fireworks alone made me feel uplifted. I'm looking forward to it.
目立つところに貼っておきますね。
Well, thank you. I'll leave it to you then. After the man left, Kitty expertly put the poster up on the wall.
こういうことってよくあるんですか？
ええ、パンフレットを置いてくれとか、特産品を売りたいからスペースを貸してほしいとか。
そういうの、地域に根ざしたお店って感じがしますね。連帯感があるっていうか。
ですよね。特にこの姫の湯の歴史は長いから、商店街の皆さんからも一目置かれてるらしいんですよ。
After Miss Kide finished putting up the poster, she nodded with satisfaction. I think it's easy for customers to see it there.
さーて、そろそろ掃除を。
お前らちゃんとやってるか？
This time, my sister had shown up in the bathhouse. She was holding a large cardboard box and laid it down on the floor as she was tired.
何ですかそれ？
さっき仕入れに行ってきたんだ。備品の在庫切れそうだっただろ？
あ、そろそろ注文しなくちゃって思ってたから助かるよ。ありがとうお姉ちゃん。
まったく、お前は私がいないとやっぱりダメだな。
I can't say anything back. I had thought I'd asked her how to order the supplies, but I completely forgot.
これは夏祭りの案内か？
Jin looked at the poster with a serious expression.
さっき商店街の人が来たんですよ。
へえ、盛り上げるのに必死だな。
必死って？
この辺りの店も軒並み売り上げが落ちてるってことだよ。これも時代の流れってやつだな。
姫の湯も昔に比べたらお客さんがすごく少ないよね。
少ないどころじゃない。このままじゃ数年と持たず倒産まっしぐら、借金まみれになるぞ。
そんなにまずいんですか？
It seemed that Miss Kide was also worried by my sister's words. Jin folded her arms and knit her eyebrows.
ざっくり計算してみたんだが、お客さんが毎日150人くらい来てくれないと経費が捻出できない。
150人？そんなに必要なの？
ああ、販売物の補充も一苦労だ。このままだとやばいから、さっき業者と値段交渉してきたんだけどな。
私たちの知らないところでそんなことしてたんだ。
まあ私もここには愛着があるからな。業者になんとか頼み込んで限界まで安くしてもらったんだ。
Inside the cardboard box on the floor, shampoos, body soaps, towels, and other toiletries were packed tightly together. This was the result of my sister's hard work.
どうせ延命措置にしかならないが、やらないよりはマシだろ。
ありがとう姉ちゃん。姫の湯を守るためにこれまで以上に気合い入れないとね。
私も精一杯働きます。ここがなくなっちゃうなんて、そんなの嫌ですから。
This place holds a lot of memories for me too. I don't want to see it fall into the red.
よし、その意気だ。励めよ、アコード。
Jin laughed teasingly and slapped us on the back. It hurt a little, but I guess this was just her way of encouraging us. I'll do my best both in cleaning and customer service so that more and more customers will come. The next day, both Miss Kitty and I were working harder than ever. The bath was great today, too. I'll be back.
ありがとうございます。またのお越しをお待ちしてますね。
Seeing off the last customer from the men's bath, I sighed a little. Closing time was approaching. Normally, I'd be grateful to close without any major problems. But recalling what my sister told us yesterday, I felt down.
1日にお客さんを150人か。高い目標だな。
I wasn't sure what to do, so I tried to think about how to keep Himinoya alive by searching for ideas online. It seems that popular public baths often have a sauna or a bedrock bath. There's also often a large rest area where customers can read manga as much as they want, or with massage chairs. If Himinoya also had those kinds of things, we could get more young people to come, but that's impossible for us. Anyway, what we can do for now is take good care of our customers. There may not be much we can do, but as Jun said, it's better than doing nothing.
よし。明日も頑張ろっと。
After finishing inspecting the men's bath, I decided to return to the booth where Mrs. Kide was waiting. When I left the dressing room, two young women had just come out of the women's bath.
お待たせしました。コナミ。
A cool-looking woman smiled and grabbed the hand of the woman next to her. Walking intimately with their shoulders close to each other, they looked like a couple. Even between women, such physical contact might be taken. I was surprised.
二人を見てたらなんかドキドキしてきちゃった。
Looking at Miss Kide in the booth, she seemed to have had the same feeling about the two young women.
キリエさん、お疲れ様です。
お疲れ様です。
She seemed to be distracted by those two customers. When I talked to her, she seemed to be astonished. As both of them were so beautiful, I felt she might follow after them without noticing.
ラストのお客さんも帰りましたね。休憩にしましょうか。
そうですね。
When Miss Kitty tried to get down from the attendance booth, she misstepped and fell towards me. I reached out my arms and caught her.
大丈夫？
She had fallen comfortably into my arms. Her body felt warm close to mine, and very soft.
じゃあ何考えてるの僕は。
Reacting to myself in my head, I hurriedly stepped back from her. It seemed weird for us to be hugging like this for too long.
私、汗臭くなかった？
え？むしろいい匂いが。なんでもない。
I sound like a creep now. Miss Kitty's cheek turned bright red and she crossed her arms.
助けてもらってありがとうございます。恥ずかしいところを見られちゃいましたね。
この番台ちょっと高いんだよね。私も落ちそうになったことがあるから気にしないでください。
When I smiled at her, she opened her mouth as if she wanted to say something.
ちょっといいですか？
どうしたんですか？もしかして足でもひねった？
それは大丈夫なんですけど、失礼します。
Miss Kitty approached me shyly and took my hand. Her slightly smaller hand squeezed my hand suggestively.
これは
その、私たちもさっきのお客さんみたいに仲良くなれたらいいなって。
Oh.
朝日さんはこういうの苦手ですか？
苦手ではないですけど。
It was my first time being held hands by a girl, and my heart was thumping loudly in my chest.
じゃあ、お互いに丁寧語は嫁にしませんか？朝日ちゃんって呼んでもいい？
わかった。キリエさんの好きなように呼んでね。
私のことも名前で呼んでくれるといいんだけどな。
じゃあ、チカさんで。
チカさんなの？チカちゃんでもいいのに。
姫の湯の先輩ですから。
It's kind of embarrassing to call a girl by her first name. When I was little, everyone called each other by their first names, but at this age, we usually use last names.
じゃあ、これからはそう呼んでね。私も朝日ちゃんって呼ばせてもらうね。
Not only I, but also Chika-san seemed embarrassed and nervous.
今日はいいものがあるんだ。朝日ちゃん、休憩行こう。
She pulled me by the hand, and we headed to the living room. I felt my heart beating. Okay, so let's...
セーブだね。戻るんだね。
設定を開きます。タイトルに戻ります。
Let's stop it there for right now. This is Audapostrophe. You've been watching,
戦闘彼女。恋もお風呂も熱々で。
Oh, what they said. Hot Sento girls and love running on Nintendo Switch. Yeah, this is a really cute little story. I hope people aren't too upset with me not doing the normal dirty, grimy stuff that we do. But every once in a while, a romantic comedy is just a nice little break. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you with the next stream.